Alrighty, so we have our paper all cut and ready to weave. You should have your little 1-inch strips. If you lost them or they didn't make it home, you can always cut up a piece of white paper. I did 1-inch strips, but how thick they are doesn't really matter. The straighter they are, the easier they will be to weave, but you'll just have some gaps if they aren't straight, and that's okay. It still works. Alrighty. So hopefully these came home nice and safe because it's going to make it easier for you. So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to start on your board. You're going to go under the first slit, over the second, under the next one, and then over this one, under this one, over this one, under this one, and then you're going to take that strip and you're going to slide it as far down as it can go. Sometimes you may have to pick up some of your slots, but it should go down right about to there. You should have a little bit more than an inch or so, depending on your how thick your do not cut area was. All right, then now you're going to look at your next strip. So look here though, because the last time you went behind. So we're gonna go in a pattern. So the next strip is gonna go in front. Now I'm gonna back up a minute. So just double check this strip first. You should have behind, in front, behind, in front, behind, in front, behind. If you skipped one, go ahead and fix it. But again, you should have a pattern. So very similar, again, like we said before, we started behind on this first row. On our second row, we're going to start in front. So we're going to do the opposite all the way across. So in front, behind, in front, behind, in front, behind, and in front. And plug it on down. If you have a gap, that's okay. No big deal. Okay. Now again, we're going to keep going back and forth with a pattern here. So again, your last row, let's double check. You should have on top, behind, on top, behind, on top, behind, on top. Okay, now we're going to go in this way. You're going to start behind, then you're going to go on top, and then you're going to go behind, then on top, then behind. Sometimes you might want to lift this up very gently. All right, on top, and then behind. And slide it on down into place. Okay, so let's check one more time before we go ahead. You should have behind, in front, behind, in front, behind, in front, and behind. Okay. Next one, we are going to look at our previous row. Previously, we went behind, so we're going to start this one in front. So we're going to go in front, behind, in front, behind, in front, behind, in front. If you understand how this is going, feel free to just go ahead. But I am going to do every single one, so if you want to stick with me and double check that all of your strips are the same as mine, I'm going to go through every single one. Okay, so here we go. We had in front, behind, in front, behind, in front, behind, and in front. And if we go up this way, you'll notice that you have the the purple, and then the strip, the purple, and then the strip. So my paper was purple. And you'll notice same here, you have the paper and then the purple, the strip and then the purple and the strip, the purple and the strip, strip and the purple, strip and the purple, the strip and the purple, the strip and the purple. So it's a pattern both directions, kind of making a crazy checkerboard. Okay. And then you're gonna grab another color of strip. And then look here. So again, your last one was in front. Now you go behind, in front, behind, in front, behind, in front, and behind. And then tug them on down. Tug them on down. Okay. So we should have behind, in front, behind, in front, behind, in front, behind. If yours are wiggling around on you, it's okay. We are going to glue them down at the end. Okay. Put that on down. All right. Grab your next color. So last time I went behind, I'm going to start in front. So behind the second one, in front, behind the second one, in front, behind the second one, and in front. Alright. And then grab your next one. So again, we went behind in front, behind in front, behind in front. I'm so sorry. I mixed that up. In front, behind, in front, behind, in front, behind, in front. Sorry about that. Alrighty. Now, last time we started in front. We're going to start behind this time. From the back, over the front, behind, in front, behind, in front, and behind. And we're going to tug it on down. Okay, looks like I can fit about 2 more strips. If you're on your last one, that's okay. However much room you have, once you can't fit another strip in, you are good to stop. But I can fit 2 more, so I'm going to do 2 more. Okay, so we had behind in front, behind in front, behind in front, behind. All right, so our last one, like we just said, went behind. So our next one's going to go in front. So in front, behind, front, behind, in front, behind. Okay, tug it on down. The more you add, the more the papers are getting kind of locked into place. So you should have in front, behind, in front, behind, in front, behind, in front. Alrighty, I'm gonna put my last one in, but again, if you're all full, just hang tight. Okay, so the last one that I did went in front, so this one goes behind. My hand wiggled a little bit, so I can't quite fit that next one in just yet. I'm just gonna slide these on there. Alright, now let's try. So this one went in front, so this one's gonna go in, this one's going in front, so this one's gonna go from behind. There he goes. And then in front. Alright, sometimes the last one can be kind of tricky because it's pretty tight. So if you're feeling it might rip, you can pull it out and you can just spread them out. Okay. Or you can trim the last strip. That's another solution. If you have a kind of a big gap left, but you are worried that you're gonna rip your weaving, you can always trim this last one kind of in half. Okay. So this comes over, and it goes under. And it goes on top. And it goes under. So I just popped all these guys out. It was easy enough for me to fix, but again, all the more reason why if you were getting a little snug, fixing it might not be as easy for you. So definitely always a good solution is to trim this last one if it's too thick. But there you have it. They are pretty locked in place. But to make sure that they stay where they belong, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this side first and then the back. So I'm just going to carefully lift up each tab, put a little glue, give it a little stick, and do that for all of them. You don't need a lot of glue, just enough for it to stick in place. Come back. Okay. Down. I like to wait till glued to the end, just in case I need to do any sliding around. Okay, move on over here. This tab up. Okay, flip it around. This is your back. There. There. You can't see that. I'm just lifting these tabs. And I'm just gluing them down. Alright. And I have a nice clear place while the glue's still a little wet. Just kind of touch my hand around, give them a little shimmy. There you go. You have your weaving. If you have stuff peeking through like here like I do, if it bugs you, you can always trim it. Doesn't bother me. So at this point, this is either your finished artwork, or if you want to add any kind of drawing, it can be your background. If you want to put it like a nice black and white drawing on there, it would pop really nicely. Or you can keep it as some abstract art. Really nice job. I'm excited to see how they came out, and I'm really proud of you guys. Weaving can be tricky.